Alright, we're back at it. Taking a look at more Switch games here. I have a good handful of here. I've been reading online more people's recommendations and also seeing what more people wanted to see and what are generally asking and like various subreddits and whatever. People asking about the quality of certain games and how they're like on Switch too. So for the ones I can help with, got them set up here and we'll run through a whole bunch pretty quick. Just let me get a tweet out. A good bit here. Ideally, the stream won't be like too long. I'm doing a lot this last week between like video editing on top of basically E3 happening and on top of a console launch of all things. So I'm a bit exhausted, but that's all right. For now, I'm good. So let's get through this. Now, I'm gonna be I guess I'm gonna start with the Fire Emblem stuff. Do Fire Emblem and then do the Dragon Quest stuff after that, and then go from there. Hello, new house. Welcome. So yeah, let me get this tweet out. And on Blue Sky. Cool, cool. Alright. Now then, start more simple between these Fire Emblem games. I think the one with the least adjustments to it, the least discernible difference. Trying to Wind Waker. Yeah, the GameCube games actually have a little bit of input delay, and we'll see that today. That just made me think of something. Hold on here. That reminded me that I wanted to compare Wind Waker 2 real quick. How am I gonna set that up here? Let me move the Elgato here. Is it 720 or 1080? I'm also, can I still be heard? Yes. I think 720. Any sort of upscaling help. We'll see how good the upscaling is. Because I'm gonna have my GameCube loaded up here and ready to go. Shit. Dropping everything. Alright, that's coming through, I guess. For the Elgato. Forgot the Elgato, number one, the Elgato is underneath the video. And also, I'm having a hard time because Rita is at my feet and refuses to move. So I am stepping over her to do everything. Tactics Remaster, yeah, it's gonna be great. Dragon Quest III video, thank you for tuning in. I'm setting up Wind Waker in the background. I'm just gonna, like, leave it going through the game's long intro. Because it is worth taking a look at Wind Waker for one particular reason. I guess we'll be looking at what is it? Upscaling as well. But that is a point I will talk about then. Let's review the other games first. So I'm just gonna let my GameCube sit and run through the Wind Waker unskippable opening. It's several minutes long. And set this back to the Switch input. Oh, which one's the Switch on? There it is. Okay. So we'll take a look at those later. Yeah, I forgot why I leaned over in the first place. So to look at Fire Emblem Warriors first. Looking at Fire Emblem Warriors first, because this one has the out of the other Fire Emblem games, and Awakening to, or Engage too. There's not too huge of differences here. So it's just about seeing the consistent frame rate. Trials of Mana demo is 60 FPS. Huh. It's still low res. Yeah, I gotta be honest, we're gonna look at a few games where they're now just 60 FPS despite low resolution. And personally, I actually don't mind that. The frustrating part was always that these games are not only so low resolution for the sake of running better, but they also don't run better because they're all at 30 FPS.
Choose your save data.
So, for those games where, like, yeah, they're blurry, but they're 60 FPS, it's like you're actually getting the compromise that you were expecting to get. So Fire Emblem Warriors is a 30 FPS game. It's gonna hop into one. I finished this game ages ago on Go to Bedcast is a full playthrough of the game I did.
Darius, what's going on? Why do you need us all to meet?
But this game is great. I'm a big fan of all the Nintendo Warriors games.
I'd love to hear it.
Take a look at this map.
And 100% it. No, I did everything you see here.
It's a Gristone stronghold. Good to go. Ready.
Many of these are going to come back to, I was going to come back to at some point. I do not expect I will one day have time to do so now, though. Yeah, plenty between 480 and 720. So, any of these Warriors games are all gonna would have all had poor performance on Switch 2, or on Switch 1. We're talking like sub 30 FPS and also pretty low resolution. I'm pretty sure they all had they've all had dynamic resolution scaling. So, this game, we are getting, I'm gonna turn it up a little bit here. Its highest possible resolution, on top of a consistent frame rate and good frame pacing as well. So that's what we're gonna expect here. And of course, it's gonna be really easy to literally test these Warriors games on like anything, anywhere we go, because they're all this much shit on screen at once ever.
There's trouble ahead.
Just show this off again. Yeah, I had to look at my TV for that one. That looks great, frame rate wise, because the Elgato preview I see, like in OBS rather, the OBS preview isn't like smooth. So I look over at my TV and see how smooth this actually is. It's great.
A successful mission.
Cool. Okay. So there's not much to write home about that one besides being consistent, no slowdown, no anything, higher resolution. Blur, and we're gonna see that common amongst other games. But that and Engage have the least amount of changes. 3 Houses and 3 Hopes have a little better changes. We'll do 3 Houses next, which we'll keep that one out. Where is my copy of? It's right here. I was going to, for this stream, go between my Switch 1 and the Switch 2. It seems like my Switch 2 battery is having a lot of problems at the moment, apparently. It keeps jumping in percentage. And even if I were to ignore that, the notification that the battery needs to be charged, because it's going from 90% to 1% to 5% to 15%, and it's just going up and down constantly. So every time it goes like below 20%, it's giving a notification, and then that ducks the audio, and then it covers up the screen. I heard good things about Link's Awakening, but unfortunately I had that one physical, so I can't show it off. Three houses. There's one very cool thing to take a look at in Three Houses. We don't even have to go into a fight in Three Houses. We just have to walk around Garrick Mach. And switch to Battery Bin. I've only played with it out of the dock, like, once. Because it was like, oh, thank God. That concerned me. It was fine for what I did. I was just playing Animal Crossing. I'm getting back into Animal Crossing now that the game doesn't lag, so I can actually decorate my island how I want and load it up with shit. Battery is fine. It's about the same, honestly. That's what it's felt like to me. I wasn't necessarily trying to look for it, though. Alright, so. If anyone remembers how Fire Emblem Three Houses was, number one, we don't have slowdown, we don't have frame drops, and we don't even need to go anywhere. I'm gonna refresh the Elgato thing. We don't even need to go to a battle to see that, because it would occur in Garrick Mach. So all we need to do is just run around. I'm gonna turn it up more. There we go.
Hey there.
Oop. Sorry, trying to get a fly. Yeah, I remember through here. Definitely through here. Dynamic resolution game too, and it does not need to change resolution anymore either. So it's as high as it can stay. Not very high. This is a game, like, some of these games definitely are much better, but updates would still be nice. This one could probably definitely handle like 30 FPS, 60 FPS. But yeah, every time going through here, there would be like slowdown. And now there's none of that. It's all perfectly smooth, no slowdown. And here's the larger part I wanted to show off. And what was really neat. Everyone who's played the game is gonna recognize this. And going through, I am now going to run to the other side. Every door the entire way is going to finish loading before I get to the door. There's not a single door the entire way that I have to sit at.
Right. Professor.
You get through the gate before it's even up. The pop-in is still the same. You can run all the way, no loading screen. You don't have to stop at the gate and wait for it to load. Everything's already loaded. Yeah, the door it lagged for a second and then it loaded. Compared to what it would do on Switch 1 is you would sit at this gate and wait for it to rise up. And you do not have to do that anymore. So it's like having this whole actual area like actually open is so cool. Yeah, there's like a single load stutter and then it's fine compared to having to sit there a few seconds and wait for the door. Wait for it to finish loading before the door opens, like Metroid Prime. So that's the thing I most wanted to see. But yeah, otherwise the game's still 30 FPS, but it's a very consistent 30 FPS now. No slowdown when there was. And everything. Unfortunately, with the state the game is in right now, this was on the 4th route I was doing. Doing a Edelgard's route. I did the mission after this one. I didn't like it. So after 200 hours of playing the game, I said, I think I'm good for now. I'm feeling better about like playing these now with like the performance differences, and that'll be nice. Anyway, that loading was what I really wanted to demonstrate there, because that's sick. Otherwise, yeah, just consistent 30 and high res. For where it is, at least. For where it benefits from the higher res. Otherwise, it's, you know, jaggies. But yeah, it doesn't drop as low res as it was a dynamic res game. Alright. Now. For the Fire Emblem game with the largest difference. Some games on Switch 1, it turned out, had 60 FPS locks, just in case the game could ever for some reason handle 60 FPS. So there are a few Switch games that, even though they could never do 60 FPS on the original console, now are uncapped. This is a game, from what I was looking up, that does not hit, like 30 on Switch 1. And this is what we were talking about, where you get a 60 FPS game, but it's a little blurry. It's like, I can literally see the trade-off I'm getting here, so it's whatever. It doesn't bother me as much. Low res and poor frame pacing and or low frame rate is more bothersome. That was an interesting load time. Maybe a cartridge thing. That's the other thing, yeah, that Three Houses was from cartridge. I just started this game the other day because I was waiting for this game on to play this game on Switch 2. So now I've gotten to play it, and I'm probably going to continue because I really do love, like, a lot of Three Houses and its cast and everything. And this is more of that. I get more Three Houses without having to play Three Houses.
Hey!
So now this whole game is just 60 FPS. And it's kind of crazy because we're seeing all the same models from Three Houses move at 60 FPS. Camera zoomed in, I guess, because we're in town.
Please, hello. Thank you. What do you think?
That's interesting, it's not all voiced. Age of Calamity play better on Switch 2? It's more stable. We'll take a look at it.
Let, if you would, on another matter.
Maybe to compensate for Three Houses.
Speaking of, how's that?
No. Oh, dash is a toggle.
Speaking of which, no. By the way, how about this?
Another thing that made, like, Three Houses so exhausting was every single line of dialogue was voiced. And that game has so much dialogue, all the supports, all the roots. But goddamn. Yeah, I'm not big on Three Houses maps either. I feel like maybe for me, a lot of the characters and also overarching story carry it. Let me see here. Let me move on so we can get out into combat and show it off more.
That's if I'm honest. My sincere apologies for asking this of you. I know
This had to have been another like resolution switching game.
And what?
Because you've done at the monastery. Also, we allow
This at its highest, I could live with this. This is fine.
Sounds more.
Anyway,
Well,
This looks great.
you make up. I'll come with.
bless you. I'd say
I think this could live how it is.
Well, I'm no.
Three Houses, I would love to see
you like,
patched.
there's a
Engage would be cool if it got updated to 60. It's not necessary.
I had well.
Actually,
You will get.
I'm not gonna save, so I'm just gonna skip all this and pay attention to it later.
seems like. Plot. Still.
But yeah, I do enjoy getting to play and everything. The LCD screen, okay. I haven't looked at it too much. I've seen it have ghosting to some degree.
Deep in the forest, the mercenary.
Part 1, White Clouds. Gauge lags on a few maps. I don't remember which ones. I don't doubt it, because all these games used to. Low response rate.
My name is
Huh.
Rhea. Thank you from the
But yeah, I do know that I've what is it? Playing
was
Mario
nothing.
Kart, I think it stands out more.
Someone we would have.
Or can you?
But doing Animal Crossing, I didn't really notice ghosting.
We will.
You are so yes.
Yeah, for not finishing her route. There you go.
Me.
Though I love Dimitri and Claude, they're great characters.
It's time.
Yes, I get. Nice. Do I? At the.
Each.
Yeah, no, it's weird seeing them all do the same animations in that they do in Three Houses too, and just seeing them all be in 60 FPS. It's so cool. I heard. Oh, I did hear the.
I believe there is a very good
I don't
chance
have the
it will
Fire
work.
Emblem Engage DLC. I did read that there was DLC maps that had lag, but I don't have the DLC, and also it's expensive, so I'm not going to review that.
Which is a welcome to the. And not only wait, that's what you get.
And
I must say, you helped Edelgard.
wonder if they spawn less enemies. What about
And now we may
Persona 5 Strikers? That's one I would say to take a look at. I can't because I played it on PC.
And I won't.
Xenoblade games are great. Long games, they're great.
There you are. Yeah, but the
They will, if it's
It's time
with
for
all
the
of them
mission.
and with all like Switch games in general, practically, they go to their highest dynamic resolution from the
Lost
original
sight of
game,
them.
right.
and also their most stable frame rate. So for games that are capped at 30, they're gonna stay capped at 30, but they're also hardly ever, if ever, going to leave that frame rate cap now, and have better frame pacing.
Enough.
For Xenoblade, that stands out because the game runs a little slower when it dips below 30. And for some games, that can be pretty consistent, but now that's not a problem. Not everyone's as sensitive to that as I am, though, I noticed.
We'll put the bandits to rout. Follow me.
Hey, we got intruder.
You must be a bad guy if you're pointing a weapon at me.
Get ready to pay.
No problems.
A pack of thieves is no match for us.
You got my back?
Though
I
trust
do
in
wish
me.
they had given me time to announce my name.
Careful. Do
We're
not
gonna
let
go
the
up from
enemies
here.
be ganging up on you.
First Fire. Oh, we took a look at that a little earlier. If you want to see that, you can just rewind the VOD. That was the first game we took a look at. I put it first because it's not as significant of a difference. This shit just having no problems is so cool. I'm, you know, this is what I was waiting for. Like, I did not play this game until I didn't even open it. It was still in shrink wrap until the other day. Now that I get to experience this shit's great. Now I'm really excited to be able to get into it. It's the same thing with some other games on Switch 1. I just waited to be able to play them on Switch 2 so they're better performance.
Gotta keep aiming higher.
Or at least more stable. Like Legends Arceus I'm now gonna play just because it's more stable and better frame pacing, I feel.
I tried to stop him.
Tried Hyrule Warriors. We might just do that next.
Let's secure the interior.
We'll do that next and then go to Dragon Quest because I have a few Dragon Quest games to get into. Not including Dragon Quest Warriors. I don't have that.
Enough to numb the senses.
The only one I do have is I forgot she has that teleport. That's so good. So sick. No. Capture this one.
Is that a treasure chest?
Oh, surreal watching this game run smoothly. Yeah, I can imagine. That's why I think it's cool to show off and everything, is especially for anyone who's been through this game already and gets to see this. Yeah, it's the same feeling we were having over Pokemon Violet.
Bandit appears to be holding the key.
Like, no problems. So yeah, there's a few Switch games where it turns out they just had like a 60 FPS cap, but you never would have known because it's never gonna hit that. I used all the weapon stamina right away. Had a performance shit, I forgot we were gonna take a look at that. Yeah, it's because it's only that game that has that. I was gonna take a look at that. Thank you for reminding me. Because I forgot about that, because it's the only one of these that does. So that was 3 hopes. Let's go back to Warriors real quick, because yeah, thank you for reminding me. Blue Ryan's route. Yeah, got over 200 hours in 3 houses. Didn't finish Edelgard's route. Alright, let's see. Yeah, Bayo is 60 FPS now. Yeah, just a few, like, nice surprises have been found. And that's cool, since Bayonetta is stuck, you know, to Switch. That's cool to see it at least, like, playable now.
Choose your save data.
Hush, Hannah. I did see Minecraft running better, too. I saw people doing, like, explosions tests. So let's see here. If this is 60 FPS, I'm not gonna live. I'm not gonna make it. I was noticing menus in this game are 60.
Why do you need us all to meet here?
This is 60.
I have some important information to share with everyone.
I'd love to hear it.
Take a look at this map. Right here is a Gristone stronghold.
We tried to go fast in
It was built at a time when they told us
oh.
and Gristone were on less than good
or
terms.
boat. It would not load in
I
fast enough.
suspect
I
my
should see where we're
father
going.
would use it.
Yeah, we're showing
So I've
up.
kept an eye on it as we travel.
It loads fast enough for 3 houses running through the whole Garrick Mach.
Good to go?
That's everyone, right? Yeah.
Good to go? Ready.
So games that benefit from that loading. I still feel like the pop-in, like, amount is reduced. Like, Animal Crossing can handle more things on screen, and it seems to dynamically to have adjusted for that. Oh my god, it's 60 FPS. Holy, I can see the blurriness, but goddamn! Oh my god.
Probably in one of the forts nearby. Which one?
The mission's starting.
Oh my fucking god.
I've got my eye on you, Darius. Let's see if we can be trusted.
I'll get us through this. But I'll have to survive.
This is crazy. It is lower res, but man, that's so nice.
I've got an idea.
I could live with that. That's fine because there's so many games where their performance modes on even like PlayStation and Xbox, their performance modes aren't 60 FPS. They're just like 40 to 50, and then the frame pacing's bad too.
The mission's starting.
Or they drop too often. Not all of them. A number of them are like that. So then it's like I would rather have a stable 30 over this inconsistent everything below 60.
Trouble ahead.
No! I mustn't disappoint them this way. Don't underestimate.
That was a waste. Yeah, graphics mode is capped at 30.
It's our only option.
No, I don't have a HDR capable display, so I would not have any benefit of HDR.
I didn't think this would be so difficult.
We seized the fort.
This is so nice.
That turret's going to come in handy. A successful mission.
Damn, now I wish I had more game to play. Well,
Aim for their leader instead. Move out.
I wonder if I'll enjoy 100%ing.
Path open.
Oh, jeez. I think I lowered the difficulty too, just to be able to get through faster.
That must be where the device to lower the drawbridge is. Only Darius can lower the drawbridge. Give him cover.
So nice. Oh my god.
The mission's starting. I've got the latest.
They opened their most important fort. What are they planning?
I spot enemy reinforcements.
Yeah, we'll be looking at Monster Hunter Rise today.
Reinforcements from behind? They're trying to flank us.
Ready.
Oh fuck, that's not the open chest button. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity also lagged very bad on Switch 1. Yeah, I remember that, because God damn it, I can't believe I wasted that.
A successful mission.
All right. We've blocked the
Oh, I cannot.
reinforcements. Now let's press forward and attack.
What was I saying?
I like those results.
Yeah, Rise is locked to 30, that's what I'm expecting. I just want to see how the frame pacing is, though, and how blurry it is. I don't remember if that had dynamic res, though.
Beyond what I expected.
What was I saying? The DLC for Hyrule Warriors, I was waiting to do because of how bad the performance was. Like, I finished Hyrule Warriors, but I was like, Age of Calamity, I finished it. But I was like, I'll wait to do the DLC stuff until I can play it on Switch 2. Since, you know, we've had the rumors of that for so long.
We seized the fort.
Oh, I love this game. Same with Hyrule Warriors. Persona 5 Strikers would be my favorite, though.
I've got the latest. Don't mess with me.
Just because that also has the benefit of being a Persona game.
I like those results.
That was outstanding.
Nintendo updated the old games. Yeah. I hope a bunch of like devs and everything can go back and just simply flip a switch. I don't know how the QA process would be.
There's trouble ahead.
Beyond what I expected.
So I am hopeful though, because even though it could be that easy for a number of games, that does not avoid QA and Nintendo's quality assurance with updates. What was it? Was it MVG? It was somebody who was talking about, I think it was at least Night Dive, where something was significantly delayed because it, at last moment, no, actually, I don't even think it was, I don't think it was Night Dive. I don't remember. There have been Switch games, indie games, where they have a wholehearted, like, delay on Switch specific release because of waiting on Nintendo verification. It's not as bad as it used to be in general between all of them. It used to take way longer to get updates approved for Xbox and PS3. If anyone doesn't remember, also, what are you doing over here?
Successful mission.
Back on PS3, or at least on Xbox, Xbox charged developers for releasing patches. You had to pay to do that.
North or south and look for a gate.
It's not the case anymore.
The mission's starting. There's trouble ahead.
Persona 4 Revival, I want to say, is confirmed for PS5. It was revealed at an Xbox show.
Beyond what I expected.
If we're talking about Switch 2, though, yeah, we don't know.
Tremble before the power.
It's so damn early, I would expect it on Switch 2. Persona 4 Revival was shown off so ridiculously early. It's like extremely early, not just with like what they showed, But the music used in that trailer isn't even new versions of the songs yet.
The mission's starting.
Unless they were planning to keep the soundtrack unremixed, which would be kind of weird. Even though it really doesn't even need remix. The mastering of the originals were so good.
Ready to go?
But yeah, no, the fact that they did not use new music for that little example, the music isn't even finished, like, composing.
Shop's open.
Which is another note about, like, the, bringing up, like, the voice actors for the game. The game is so early in development, they probably aren't contacting voice actors at all.
It's our only option.
Like, in Japanese or in English. Like, that, it's still too early for those. They showed that shit off way too early. But yeah, I would fully expect it on Switch too. It's just, we're not gonna see that game, we're not gonna see Revival again probably for another, like, 6 months.
We can't stop
At
them like
minimum.
this. We need to get the enemy caster now. We need to move.
I have to stop myself.
There's trouble ahead.
Beyond what I expected.
Let me get one more, super off.
I hope you're ready. There's no end to my reinforcements.
So all the way around?
Spot enemy reinforcements.
Words are only worth so much.
Alright, that's good enough.
Don't underestimate.
Brighter than the original. It really wasn't actually that much brighter.
Enemy reinforcements.
That's about what Persona 4 looked like on sunny days. It was just a sunny day in the game.
Reinforcements.
Not only that, but it was clearly a sunny day after rain. Yeah, the original game had non-cloudy, sunny days.
Beyond what I expected.
I gotta stop
We
myself.
see
Okay, one more.
the fort. That turret's going to come in handy.
There are more enemy forts around. Let's take them.
Fuck, I can't wait to play more of this shit. Okay. Hyrule Warriors. Brighter than the original. For sunny days, not really, no. It was more so an issue for the other types, but specifically on the street too. Specifically in that location, it's a lot closer to each other. Because that was the part of the point in the original, was how nice the sunny days were. In contrast. The thing with Golden was not, kind of losing the fog and temperature there. That works. This is one I was testing earlier. Also, yeah, at some point, Persona 3 Reload is going to come to Switch too. It'll be able to handle it just fine. Yeah, this game was great. So, not 60 FPS, but consistent 30, no slowdown, no nothing. Good frame pacing. It might look off if you've been playing Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild, and now seeing it back at 30. In terms of at least, like, the characters and everything. Book it over there. FF16 to Switch to? That's maybe pushing it. That, I think, would be some strenuous effort that I don't know if they think is worth it. Oh, fuck. That one. I've always loved these Warriors games done by other, like, for other IPs where they get to incorporate and mix in mechanics from those games. It's a big thing for Persona 5 as well. Well, that's not a weak one. This is a separate animation, so now I gotta keep another one. FF16 would be looking like a Switch game on Switch 2, yeah. I don't know. They could try to work miracles. How is you know, might be a... How is FF16 on Steam Deck? I would say it's not. Probably be the best way of getting an idea if it's even possible. Alright, that works. Input delay too, but I don't remember input delay being a problem in this game. Oh man. One will with punish. Oh. That works. Oh, I just killed him. Alright. Yeah, I think there's gotta be more patches over time. They may... The thing is, they may have also wanted to see the demand. They might have get a good idea. They wanted to get a good idea of what people wanted to see, before doing work. Even if it's just a simple switch to flip, it's still like QA and everything. But yeah, it might have been just to see like the demand of what people want to see done and updated. Steam Deck is very pixelated and slow. Some FSR could help. The FES. Could it at least hit 30? So on Steam Deck is unplayable. At least get a... Oh, I don't know if they'll go back for 15. Remember they put like the mobile version of 15 on Switch? With the chibi characters. You got that. Maybe they'll put the actual 15 on it. The Klonoa remakes? Ran poorly? Did I... Oh wait, didn't it? It was Klonoa 2, did it? I can go back for it in a bit. Baten Kaitos. We'll look at that in a minute. Let me go back through and grab it. We can start downloading Klonoa right now. I do not have to go into the store. Jesus Christ. Also, I forgot, this virtual game card shit is probably also why I can't demonstrate a Switch 1 to Switch 2, like, directly. Anyway. $45 to $60 on Switch 1, they both hit 60 now. We'll take a look. We looked at a bunch of Fire Emblem games first. We looked at 3 Fire Emblem games, and that was and Hyrule Warriors. I want to go through a Dragon Quest block now to keep all the Dragon Quest games together. We'll look at Dragon Quest XI's. Even though this one was already like, I don't remember it dropping frames. I went and got a save to run around at. Dust Divers, no, I don't have it. Top sellers by revenue instead of dollar sales. That's a pretty good. Probably I should have been in the first place. Anyway, the one thing I would have noted with Dragon Quest 11 was input delay, and compared to what it was before, aside from being 30 FPS, it's pretty comparable to what the other versions are now. I do remember it being worse. But yeah, no frame anything, highest dynamic resolution, but still not, you know, that's still not crazy high. This game didn't really, compared to the other Dragon Quest games, this one really didn't struggle. I mean, besides the fact that it has to look like this, and be this low res, and be 30 FPS. Otherwise, this one was already fine. Neo World Ends With You, we run 60 now. Good, good. Fucking hell. Like, get myself re-familiar with this game. There we go. Also load times too. Low res on the other platforms? No. They overhauled the game's, like, shaders and lighting. So but that's in all versions of S, specifically. Damn it. There. I'm pretty sure this game is 60 FPS and higher res everywhere else. Here, this is the best I could think of. I miss this music, dude. We got a town, and we got fights, and we got some magic we can spray off. Whoops.
Our work isn't done yet.
Grid Auto Sport? No, I don't have that. Works. Need just literally any of these attacks with these effects. HD2D2. I tested that in the last stream. It's pretty consistent. The load times are better. And that one has the input delay that was specific to that is lower. I obviously can't say no input delay because I can't say that about any version, but it is lower. So Dragon Quest 11, just stable. I don't remember really having issues being stable in the first place though. But the other Dragon Quest games, I have heard many stories about them, and thankfully they also just have demos. Dragon Quest XI's lost its really good demo, but these two have really good demos. And I've heard all sorts of things about them. I just have to hope the demo is long enough for these games to take a look at. Some of Builders 2, I think, has like some of the lowest frame rates I've ever seen on Switch. Like, we're talking below 20, lower, 15, in a busy town and like populated area, and that's still not 60 on Switch 2. It's much higher, but that's how bad it was. We're talking it even on Switch 2, it can't hit 60. However, speaking of 60, yeah, this game now, to my understanding, goes up to 60. City Skyline, I'm not surprised. And that's also a CPU-intensive game. If there's any bottleneck now, it would probably be tied to CPU. Yeah, good. The speedrunning, because we still have a dozen other games to play. But we want to get to a substantial part of the game that shows everything off enough. What did I just... Oh, shit. I want to go through the settings, see if anything would have impacted anything. But yeah, it was to my understanding, this game was 30 on original Switch. It definitely... I remember watching streams of it, and seeing it drop frames and be slow. Speedrunning the settings. Yeah, whoops. Damn, that looks nice. That's not that low res. That looks great. It might only just be this part, but goddamn. Switch is worth it if you play Switch 1 games better. No Switch games yet. Frankly, that's been the least... I don't regret this purchase as much because of how much these benefits are here. Like, I don't have... I think if it was only just Mario Kart, I'd probably be feeling more buyer's remorse. Aside from the fact I need this shit for my income. But yeah, it's a builder game, so like, you know, it loads up. Same reasons I like Minecraft. The world populated. I have never... Actually, Square definitely probably offered a code, or said I could request it, and then I didn't take it, maybe? Man, this run's nice. This res is pretty high, too. This is enough. This resolution's high enough. It's probably simply... well, I don't know. I don't want to shoehorn it. This reminds me of, Oh, never mind. Both run great now, yeah. Is better docked, right? Switch 1 games would look worse if you mostly play in portable mode. It's because the upscaling. Yeah, the original Switch screen itself was 720. So all Switch games in general, their undocked versions are intended for 720. But now undocked, the screen is 1080. So there's a little upscaling blur there. Get Goblin. One more time, friend. Let me actually read you instead of chat. Gotcha. Okay. Dock Switch mode an option on Switch 2. I felt like that's how they were gonna do it. Though that wouldn't entirely make the most sense. In terms of just simply doing it, so the option... Yeah, the option should be there. That's kind of a bit much for... That's not really an option I would see Nintendo letting you do. Nintendo of all, like, companies. But that was the thing, is Animal Crossing, I thought looked really damn good. Undocked. Like, Animal Crossing looks fine undocked. Hello, Gooman. Edric name drop. Chaz, there, run button. We'll have long loading times on Switch. I don't recall. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Let's try to get off this boat, see where we're going. Ideally, that has more going on. Like, on a boat, this is no... Yeah, this is no reason to have a problem. Allow games to run docked with... Yeah. If only all the games... They use touch controls and such. Yeah. When there's like a deliberate mode difference, yeah, it doesn't work as like a blanket solution. I guess be why the updates are important. Ideally, that could also, you know, convince them that the Xenoblade game should get updates just for that, at the very least, so that they look better undocked. Excuse me. There's the run button. What is the run button? I found the run button. Yeah, Baten Kaitos. Yeah, we'll take a look at Baten Kaitos. Runs 240 in portable mode. And I wish I still had 2 on hand. Oopsie. Oh. Place. Okay. I might have declined this game initially because of performance reasons looking at it. That kind of feels familiar. I feel like that's what happened. Oh, this is someone else. Yes. Trying to play through the Elgato. A little delay from that. Hello, Nathan. Welcome. Hooray. So we'll go through both these Dragon Quest games and then continue on our way. These ones are starting like completely fresh, being demos. Switch to eShop due to compatibility issues. Not a whole lot of them. And for the ones that, for the Nintendo ones, which is just the one that like the needed the like cardboard shit, that one doesn't work, and it just straight up tells you when to put it in. Oh, Nier Automata would probably be a lot better. That would have been a good one to look at. I think someone mentioned it last stream though that it was much better. Nice. But it crashes sometimes. Interesting. It's a lock 30, huh? Such low range. Thought Automata was not compatible with Switch 2 yet. It would have had issues and they would have been taken care of. Not all of the games that were on that list needed patches. The adjustments that would have needed to be made would have been, I think, more on Nintendo's side, because there were a lot of games there that had issues, and note that not all of them had patches, as that was for the firmware. It's the same thing, like I assume. It's the same thing where graphics drivers help specific games. But I am also making that up, so. Rather, I do not know what I'm talking about. 100%. Sorry, sir. Would you want me to take these? Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, just trying to play and read chat at the same time. Damn it. There we go. Switch 2, it was buttery smooth out dips, however, it crashed many things. Right. Interesting. That game was a mess on PC before, like, one of its more, I want to say more recent, but that was probably like 5-6 years ago. For a long while since it was available on PC, Automata had a pretty bad PC port. And to my understanding, it's still not really that great either. It is better than what it was. So I guess I'm not entirely surprised. Yeah, so those games you could still play. It'll just, you know, you'll just see the issues that would have been, like, concerned on the list. Game is this Dragon Quest Builders 2 with Jumbo Demo. This game was originally 30, but it turns out it can actually, it had the ability to hit 60 the whole time. So now it is a 60 FPS game. I just want to try to get through all this. No, I don't have Bloodstain, but I actually heard it's not too great, actually. Which is interesting for how much trouble Bloodstain has always had on Switch. They should just redo the port. FE Warriors on Switch 2. Oh, we tried it earlier in the stream. In two parts. Because I tried at the beginning to look at it in 30 FPS. Chat member reminded me, Gashi reminded me, it has a quality option, or it has a performance mode option. I flipped that on and it's 60 FPS. It's blurrier, but it is consistent 60. It's great. That's how I would have, like, probably played it. Let's say even have frame drops on PS4 and Xbox. That's interesting. Redout 2? No, I do not. Sorry. I think I've set up all the games I would have had interest in taking a look at quick. At least for like how long I was supposed to go on to these videos with. that I have accessible to me at the moment is another thing. Bloodstained still jank on Switch too. Man, I don't even know if they'll update it. Chrono Cross had to have frame dips. You gonna try it? We did it in the last stream. And I put chapters in the last stream too. So if you go there, you can see like on the player bar where I start showing off Chrono Cross. The thing is, Chrono Cross was patched like a while ago. Chrono Cross got patched a while ago. It had much better performance. It still was a little worse on Switch. And now that is... I think it was much better. Certainly, it's still better than it was, number one, on PS1, and number two, on the launch version. Oops. I'll rebuild it. I did it. VRR work on Switch 1 games and portable. I wouldn't know. Because I have not tried. I don't know where I would look for that. Like, as if a game would go up to 120. Ugh. Atelier. No, I don't have any Atelier games. And if the thing is, if I had gotten any Atelier games, I would have gotten them on PC. There's a lot of these games that I just didn't get on Switch because of their performance originally. It's a lock 30 now. Well, you got that. Hopes is 60. Yep. Yeah, it's great. So I'm excited that now I get to play Hopes like that. I might still like hold off and wait for some other games to potentially get updates, like what if Legends Arceus gets an update or something? Well, that's pre-rendered. And East 8 and 9, I would not know. I have to imagine, I don't know how much of East 9 I've seen. I imagine East 8 would be better. East Felghana is 1080p handheld for some reason? That's funny. The Disgaea games, yeah. I do remember that. I don't have them, but I remember friends talking about it. Trails Daybreak? No, I don't. I was waiting to buy more Trails games until... Outside of... for videos, I was waiting to finish From Zero and then continue on in order from Zero. And I was gonna go in order from there. I would like a patch for Sword and Shield that automatic upgrade they get just because the hardware is better, where Sword and Shield are just consistent 30 FPS with no slowdown ever, no resolution dropping. For those, I think that's enough for me. I won't deny a 60 FPS update though. Or isn't it that runs 1080 in portable mode? That's interesting. There are, because the way it sometimes works with those Switch games is it's not like responding to the specific setting for that, but it's responding to the clock speed adjustment of, because when you undock it, the clock speed changes, and that's what some games adjust to. There are games where if you are using a homebrew software to change the games to change the Switch's current clock rates for CPU and GPU and everything. When you drop them to these handheld undocked settings, the game turns to that. Sometimes, I guess, if it's not responding to that, then it's not gonna go to 720. Oh boy. I'm glad I looked over there. Switch 2 emulation of Switch 1 better than Simu. That's a good question. I wouldn't know, though. Simu's too superior. Yeah, I mean, when you get fan patches and everything. Yeah. Because, like, if I want to do Legends Arceus, the patch is already there. Yeah, whatever these emulator names are that shan't be named. Simu was Wii U. We had, Yuzu, and I forget the other one. Ryu Jinx. I would use that one more often. It was for, personal things. No, it's never been used for videos. Oh, I did that with, what is it? Super Mario RPG, not for the video. Shit, should I have looked at Mario RPG? What changed with that one? Maybe it's because there was just the option in the first place. Black Ops will be on Switch too? That's cool. Is locked 60 now? No random stutters? I think that's what I remember is random stutters. For anyone that has played Dragon Quest Builders 2, have we conveyed how impressive this is right yet? I can't get to town. Is Builder 1's worth playing before Builders 2? I wouldn't know. These are my first time playing them because of the performance. Yes, is that an answer? Also the camera. This game drops to 10s on Switch 1. Yeah, we ain't budging. I'm moving the camera just so that if there is a frame drop, it would be more obvious. And also get an idea of what in the environment could cause it. Does not seem to matter here, though, of course. Well, it runs now. Those two also made my OG Switch super hot and the fans rev up. It's not nearly... The Switch 2 is not nearly as hot right now as I've seen some other games make it. Oh, that's a nice menu. I should probably if I were to actually play this, I think I would restart and actually read everything as I skip past it all. Now to finish off the Dragon Quest block, we'll look at monsters because I had heard bad things about this game's performance as well. Frame drops come when you join other people's cities. Those are like to my understanding, those would be like the worst ones. 3D All-Stars. I sold my copy because I never opened it. Nah, I don't have 3D All-Stars anymore. I didn't care for it in the first place. we go. Ninja Gaiden trilogy. We'll show that off in a bit, actually, but better. It's better, so it's what you would expect. It's nice. But we're gonna take a look at them later just to like show it off. Cause yeah, I remember I was looking at the my port review of that, and that was the thing was its performance was about like the same as the original versions of them, which was always funny to me. I'm at the Sigmas, but Razor's Edge is 60 locked. That's good.
Wakey, wakey, lad.
Excuse me. Sorry if you hear that. I really enjoy the button that holds the Joy-Cons into the grip and separates it. It pushes it away so the magnet connection drops. It's a really addicting button to press. So this is another one where I don't know where it's gonna be significant that it's running like this. Certainly still pretty damn blurry. So I imagine this is what people felt when seeing like me look at Xenoblade. Even then, because not everyone like was as sensitive to the issues in Xenoblade. Or like bothered or noticed like the slowdown.
How do?
So when it will be notable that everything here is running smoothly.
Hey?
Yeah, those release buttons are oddly satisfying. Yeah. I was holding my original Switch 1 Joy-Cons and still trying to do it. It's funny. Oh. Cutscene res was higher. Your tactics overran well on Switch 1. Is it locked 30? I'd literally have to reference my own video.
Do you know what one of them is? Oh, right. Would you say you prefer...
Oops. I don't know what I said no to.
Would you prefer...
Yes. Oh, we're doing a person? Okay. That's funny.
Are you? Treat him well.
That's good. Yeah, now that I think more about it, I should have Mario RPG set up. I don't think I had it physical.
Hey? Oh.
Action!
I don't know, if this game had performance issues, I imagine we're looking at a possible area where it would have been. I don't think I have 5 accessible to me right now. I would have think I had it set up. You spin the camera on YouTube. Do you see it on your TV? Well, I'll look in a sec. I don't think I was seeing it. Jerk you when spinning the camera?
All you have to do is
Let's get out of here. I'll refresh the capture card just in case. That's pretty consistent to me. Yeah, that's consistent to me. The camera kind of stops weirdly left and right. Okay, it looks better. It's an Elgato thing, I guess. It's hard for me to tell that because it already looks like worse than the OBS preview. Has anyone played Dragon Quest Monsters? Have we already... Does this area already, like, been a good area to show off? Yeah, there is something where, like... The camera... When I go left and right, it jitters, but that's like a controller thing. That's not the game lagging. That's just something weird about how the game's acceleration on the right stick is. These menus are 60. That's a tease. Set it back to the vanilla speed. Yeah, this is the controls. That, if you're seeing it, that's literally just how this game's camera works. I'm just going left and right. It's frustrating. This area would be a good area since there are parts where it would stutter on Switch 1. Yeah, no, it's perfectly fine. That's a rock solid 30. Ultimate Alliance 3, no, I don't. You try Astral Chain. I don't have Astral Chain, unfortunately. That's not what I can test. We brought Klonoa up. Let's get back into that then. Dragon Quest Treasures, no. Does it have a demo? I think I looked for all the demos. Also, that loaded fast as fuck. I remember Klonoa 2 having more problems, right? Like, even in the first level, because of the rain, would be a good example. These games are great, man. Klonoa is great. 1 and 2 are quite a bit different, but they're still cool, good games. Cartoon. Oh god, how am I going back further? Or was that it? Yes, it is. Okay, there we go. I haven't compared like all those load speeds that may have taken by somebody else. How much money is that? The currency's not converted, I don't know. A lot of hard work, appreciate your visit, John. I appreciate that. Gonna be keeping at it. I really appreciate that. It makes it easier to do so. Then did a big disservice to the artist. $5 US. Okay. That's what I had to figure with some conversions are like that, yeah. Thank you so much. It's appreciated. Let's go. Disservice to the artist that made these games by making them run smoother. Looks clearer and load faster. Really shameful thing to do with amazing medium. Yeah, it should be. Like Deadly Premonition. Look at Deadly Premonition, how Nintendo ruined that. That game was not intended to run at 60 FPS, and now that it does, the cars are fucked up. Because the cars were programmed to be adjusted, accounting for not being 60 FPS. And now that Deadly Premonition runs at 60 FPS, the cars are too fucking fast. Common Nintendo L. We can get into it from here. Oh, I should go back to my video. I feel like I mentioned other frame rate stuff. And things being tied to frame rate? Here, come here. Man, it looks great. It looks and runs great. Pikmin 3 is turbo broken on Switch 2. That's funny. For a first party, I feel like that would have been adjusted. Switch 2 yesterday and spent all day testing like 30 games. I was telling Colin about it. Right, we were, yeah, that was there testing, for a bit when it was going through games, yeah. Such as Deadly Premonition. I appreciate that, Alex. Yeah, outside of these ones, like looking at this right now, I will be Tales of Graces by the end of the month, hopefully. I was just saying it in the other stream, so I'll talk about it now. I have like things pretty researched for it, but I do need to get footage of all the broken glitches for the original Japanese version. Because the original Japanese version, the launch version of Tales of Graces on Wii is extremely buggy. It was fixed on Wii, like there's a later revision on Wii, but it was so bad that they had to recall it. It was recalled. So it'd be nice to just get some like visual examples of some of those bugs. Nope. This I don't like. Most areas I think ran fine for Klonoa, but I definitely remember the rain in the just like in the first level there, slowing it down. And we'll get back to it after this cave. Yeah, I always loved how these games look in this remaster. For Bandai Namco, it's kind of crazy. Then again, it's not an RPG. For some reason, they seem to struggle more with their RPGs. Getting GameCube controller for Switch? No, I don't think it's worth it. I still have my adapter set up, which after the Soulcalibur II stream last week, where I was really trying to just struggle with the adapting the controllers, just right after that stream, I busted out the GameCube controller and adapter. Yeah, I still have like the box for that version of Smash on Wii U where it came with that stuff. I had to drive out. I don't know what happened. I don't remember what happened. I drove out like an hour to another GameStop to get it for some reason. I don't remember why I did that. SMT Vengeance? No, I only have SMT5 Vanilla, which we looked at on the other stream. Its frame pacing's better. I could replay this whole last game. Oh, Pikmin 3 is on that list and planned to be patched? Interesting. Okay. GameCube NSO has gyro, so I might actually... Yeah, that GameCube controller has gyro in it. Interestingly enough. It was the shot distance, wasn't it? The shot distance is a lot shorter than intended. If I recall my own video correctly. Oh, sliding too, I think. Momentum? I don't remember. I literally got to go back to my own distance. Shot distance is something you mentioned. Yeah, I remember that. Nah, frame rate's perfect. I definitely remember the first level here being a good example of it. I don't remember Klonoa 1 having trouble, though. Oops. Answering all the questions, and thanks for the comparison videos. From Panama. Looking forward to next videos. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It means a lot. And it certainly now is a fun time to just start going through all these games and look back at them. Like I was talking about, this is one of the reasons this console doesn't feel like a buyer's remorse thing, is because all these games are suddenly just better. Or at least more stable. Varying degrees of better. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate that. Did that one pop up? The notification came up. It's still on the backlog. Yeah, let's get an example of that. I did Hyrule Warriors. Ninja Gaiden 2. Harvestella, Tales of Vesperia, Bravely Default 2, Star Ocean Second Story using the demo, Baten Kaitos, Monster Hunter Rise, and Ninja Gaiden 3. Being a series, let's get the Ninja Gaiden 2. Metaphor, Reload, and Revival come to Switch 2 eventually? Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, did you mean like my actual playing backlog? A lot. That's a lot longer. That's plenty of shit that's not even installed right now because I want to do these things. Finishing Legends Arceus is there. I got more Xenoblade DLC to do I was waiting on. Hyrule Warriors DLC. A lot of games just like expansions or DLCs I was waiting on. Smash has some problems, but we patched as well, by the way. What does problems does Smash have? I read about it has a... Smash has one extra... It's not that it has one extra frame of delay, but it is more consistent frame input latency. It's just like the higher amount of the game would have been otherwise. I might as well just start a new game. Let me start it. Let me just straight up start a new game so I could be... Those aren't options. Here we go. There we go. Me, oh, the me problems. Yes. Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah. Yeah, using me with someone else that's playing on Switch 1. Well, that's 30 right there.
So, let me get this straight.
Oh, I can turn it
You
up.
don't have a clue where I can find Ryu Hayabusa?
No one knows where a ninja goes. If he isn't
Some
at
cards
the
having both
Hayabusa
Switch 1 and Switch 2
village,
versions on
he
them.
could be
Yes, yeah,
halfway
that can
around
happen.
the world.
Do something with all that
So,
extra space.
was it? Do you have business?
They're
with you?
PS4 and
I do.
PS5's games like that.
And what might that be?
All I'll say is that it concerns
If you bought
the arch.
if you bought Persona 4 Reload for PS4 and put it in your PS5, you would get the PS5 version, which is what I did because the PS4 version of Persona 3 Reload was cheaper. That's right, I think all these versions cap the cutscenes to 30. Try Kiwami on Switch 2 yet? No, I don't own Kiwami on Switch. The gyro of the breast. I think that was only on Vita? Or PSP? It was only on Vita? Oh, I have to go back to my own video. I remember talking about it in the video. Switch Sports performance problem. Man, that was such a good game. That game's great. I guess it works out now because it did have like automatically put you with other players. It was like Battle Royale bowling. But I mean, it still works because it'll just give you bots, so it's not a big deal.
We have the woman.
You got removed from MC. Yeah, I feel like that's what was going on. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Yeah, that updated version that's on Unreal 4. Yeah, that would be sick. Stop showing my button mashing. Oh, it doesn't want me to also block. Well, then they grab you. No, it's not what they want you to do. Because they're going to keep doing that. It's because we can keep going to 30. I'm so out of tune, dude. What's weird is when I was replaying Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, I don't remember. I remember getting back to it more easily. It was a lot easier to just go back to. I want to raise the fucking camera. Right, you just have to... Yeah, okay. Coming back to me a little. No analog triggers. The GameCube controller has analog. At least, it's still... So it should still... I'm pretty sure I read it still works in the GameCube games, at least. FF2 Pixel Remaster on Switch. Man, the... Oh, shit. There we go. There we go. Need someone else to test on. I need to figure out how many hits. No more Heroes 3, I don't have it. There we go. Got updated support for the 3D game, the NSO controller for Sunshine support update. Yeah. Oops. Cool as fuck games. I was really happy to just take a look at them. I don't usually play many games like this. Maybe one day I'll play Shinobi. Maybe one day. Not good enough. Shit's so satisfying. Was the Cherry Blossom locale in this first level? I think Astral Chain had frame rate drops, but to my understanding, it is a consistent 30. It's a lock 30 now, at the very least. Ninja Gaiden 4? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely on board with it. I think it's just cool that it fucking exists. If you weren't supposed to do it, it wouldn't work so well. There we go. Hey, thank you for sticking around, Paper Luigi. Appreciate it. 10 minutes away from the Cherry Blossom area. That's the one I would like to hit. So fuck it, might as well. And then in Razor's Edge, it's pretty fucking immediately in that first level. So I don't have to worry about it there. Yeah, it works. These games are so sick. Even for how, like, methodical and deliberate the game design of Ninja Gaiden 1 was, I really enjoyed that on top of it. Even if it's, you know, so, like, a different direction from these others. Generations. They updated... released an update Switch 1 game onto, but no path to upgrade from 1. Bug Snacks, I do not. That's good, it has the option. I was saying, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk has that too. Like, they left an FPS option in ages ago. Still got the spirit of Ninja Gaiden. Yeah. Yep, I'm looking forward to it at the very least. Okay. Ah, here we go. Yeah, it was always really evident in this area with all the cherry blossoms. That's a solid 60 now. Yeah, that's perfect. Yep, did not used to be like that. Is the only option. Are the updated Switch 1 games only Nintendo developed? The ones that were immediate? Actually, I think there were some non-ones even in that. But it would depend on the developer to do them. But I mean, a lot of Switch games just already benefited from the immediate hardware upgrade. Like this game is an example of it was supposed to be 60 FPS, but it would drop frames, and now it no longer drops frames. Games that had dynamic res stay to their highest resolution option. Things like that. Otherwise, yeah, it's just gonna have to come from the developers for patches. Yeah, no, it was not this smooth before. I don't know what the loading hitches are about, but I'm pretty sure we're like flopping in between zones. Yeah, no problems. Like everything's a big effect, I just had to double check. Yep, looks good to me. I feel like there's a little input, but it's only on controlling Ryu. So I guess it was already like that. Like the camera, everything else is immediate response. I think that's just how Ryu feels. Okay, that's what we had to look at Ninja Gaiden 2, for sure. Now we'll look at Ninja Gaiden 3. Really easy one too, because it's all in that first level. Witcher 3 upgrade. Yeah, that's one that should happen. It would be nice if they did it. Go from there. You know, I have the Xbox versions. I would do it physical, if that were an option. Here, we need to get to the city. Yeah, here we go.
Be careful, Hayabusa.
I pressed the wrong button, but whatever. Didn't seem to mind. I was right in the original. God, man. Everyone was just so easy on you. Oops. Like they were afraid of you. Is the movement tech. I remember now. Yeah, it's, as far as I can tell, it's a pretty smooth 60. This first level is also dark, but it's full of rain. Also, I was pressing the wrong button to block. I was pressing L instead of ZL. Yeah, but that one's pretty immediate. Wii U targeted 60, mostly ran at 40, 50. Yeah, and I remember, unlock skill at 3. Yeah, that's right, I remember that. Oh, actually, it looks a lot better on my monitor. On my TV, it's all a little too dark. But I see it's fine there. Alright. Where do we go from here? I guess back down from where I was. Harvestella. Let's get it out of the way. If anyone had played Harvestella... this isn't... They didn't... Is Harvestella on PC? Did it ever come to Steam? This is yes, it did. This is a... Oh yeah, that's right. Man. This is a 30 FPS locked games, but it had pretty obvious problems right away. And it was blurrier. That's right. Back compat issues with this? I think it was. The immediate ones aren't referenced. It was patched last week. Oh, okay. But I mean, it was pretty consistently the whole game. Just simply all stable 30 FPS and stable resolution. And true as peak, I didn't get far enough into it or and have enough free time to be able to tell you that, I fear. And we're only gonna walk through here because it's really apparent. It was really apparent with Harvestella, but it's just another example of a consistent 30. What was it? Yeah, there we go. Do that little Platinum Games dodge into a sprint. Yeah, no, it was pretty obvious with this game, and now it is perfectly solid 30. I think I remember input delay too, but no longer a problem. But it is also on PC. Great. Demo ran. Yeah. You could have just showed the demo. Yeah, I could have done that. Runs great, no dips. Yep. 7 Rebirth will come to Switch too. Yeah, I think it will. With the I don't know how they did Rebirth. That game's incredible and a mystery to me. I think it could do it somehow. Somehow it'll figure it out. And the dynamic res is better. Yeah. Yep. Transfer Animal Crossing save, yes. So I can't load any. The village is gone from my Switch 1 now. Full register catalog. Crying if save gets borked. No, it should be fine. The people I was reading having problems with it, I don't remember the problems they were having, but they did arise from not properly reading or understanding what it was trying to tell you about it. There are no fish in there. Hold on. 7 Rebirth is confirmed. Oh yeah, I feel like they did. I feel like I literally had watched that at some point. So from Harvestella, let's look at Bravely Default 2. This is, once again, it is a 30 FPS game with scaled resolution, and now the resolution is still blurry as hell. This game's frame pacing was terrible. This game hardly ever hit 30. It was so frustrating. I immediately, like, put this down because it was so disappointing. It was, like, so just, like, upsetting. Now it's a consistent 30. It's a little sharp, too. Like, just out here? Yeah, no, you were not getting 30 out here, as far as I remember. It was way blurrier. Now it's pretty damn sharp. Yeah, Star Ocean 2 I hope would get a patch. Yeah, this game is like oddly too sharp. But it maintains 30 FPS, so that's all I wanted. I would play this. This is in a state where I would play it. Granted, it's on... Fuck. It's on PC as well, though, isn't it? I don't remember if they offered it to me. The menu status? I can look in a sec, yeah. It had menu delay. It had input delayed, wasn't it? To get used to it. I'm in a Bravely Default move just because the HD remaster is so nice. Granted, I don't fucking have time for those things, but Itakuni 2 is a solid 60. Good. Oh, look at that. Yeah, still, well, let's keep testing it. Maybe it was just a quick loading thing. Granted, I don't remember enough of how it was. I thought it saw it stutter at the beginning when I opened the menu and went to equipment. I'm not seeing it now. It took time to load. Oh no, it's fast as fuck loading. This is absurdly fast loading. Is this what you would mean? Like it would, like the time between each menu took longer to load? Yeah, this is immediate. I can imagine on these screens where the 3D models have to load in, if that's where it was. Yeah, it's perfectly fine now. FF9 remake is true. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely gonna come to Switch 2. That could have been a reason it hadn't been announced yet. And they were still saving Final Fantasy Tactics for actually it's Tactics is gonna be on Switch too. There's no way it wouldn't. The game titled That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime runs almost 60 on Switch too. Bandai licensed RPG. Good. Hold on, I was gonna catch up on some things. 60? Oh, it's 60 on... This game is 60 on Steam Deck. Good. This game might get updated to 60 on might get updated to 60 on Switch too. That would be nice. Ghostbusters Remastered? No, I don't. Octopath Traveler game have this problem? I don't remember it having the problem. If it had anything, it was load time. I did a video on it between the Switch version and PC version when it came out. I think it was load times, which were already improved. But I think I had Octopath physically. And I most certainly do not have it right now. A number of my games I've had to sell like at the end of last year. Vesperia, here's one now. And Switch 1, that's not surprising. Good. Is stuttering a lot. Okay, yeah, no stutters, no frame drops, all consistent 30 in those menus. I saw it at like the very first time opening the equipment, and then no other time that time. Tales of Vesperia. God, I hope I could find my way around here. That opening is really good, but I will not be listening to it. It had to grow on me, though. This is... Well, I'm out of practice now, but this was my favorite Tales game. I think if I got back into the combat and relearned what I needed to, it would be great. The game was 30 FPS outside of battles. I remember it being 60 in battles. It is now 60 FPS everywhere.
Let's just get it over.
Oh yeah, I was farming something for New Game Plus. The last time I was playing Tales of Vesperia, I was grinding for New Game Plus, and I was and I put it just there. I was just I turn it down a little more.
Hey, help me out when I'm casting.
Oh, all right.
The last time I was playing it was when I was at a car dealership, waiting for my car to get repaired at their garage. So I just kept, and all I was doing was just spamming Rita's spells to get the combo. It was like an infinite combo. That's the last thing I remembered. God damn, it's loud. But I'll get to a town. Let me get to a town. Now it's too low. Tactics Remaster is the PSP version. It looked like it was still based on PS1, but with some select things from PSP. Such as the script. It's the War of the Lions script, for example. But also I remember the PSP version stretched the backgrounds, and they do not seem to be stretched in the remaster, if you play in classic mode. Oh, you know what you had to do? You had to go into the menu, go here, world map, and then L3. I'll go to a port. I remember the first town in the game, it's easier to see frame rate drops. Fuck, how did I bring the map up? I think it was Y. Here. Yeah, towns were 30 FPS on Switch 1. I'm pretty sure I remember that, and they had dips. It wasn't too bad. You know, I definitely did not mind it. I went around the other way. Tales of Vesperia is my favorite game, although Yuri hard carries it. Fantastic protagonist. Yeah, with Tactics 2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And again, they're like that because the only cartridge sizes that Nintendo offers them for Switch 2 cartridges are 64 gigabytes. You can't buy smaller than that, despite your games going to be smaller. So many publishers are simply not going to pay this town. I'm going to go to the other town. Oh wait, no, I can go over to the left. Simply don't pay that. Because of, like, that's ridiculous that they only offer 64 gigabytes. That's practically pushing them to do so. Like, that's pushing them to put the key cards. So yeah, that's why Switch 1 version would be on physical on cart and Switch 2 will not. It would be nice if that was one that included the Switch 2 version. Oh, right. I remember this town differently. Unless I'm probably thinking of the town across from here, actually. Go over, look over there. Oops. Marvel has sucked up the cost for... Oh, shit. I need to go out to the port. Marvel has sucked the cost up for Rune Factory, yeah. Yeah, so, like, pay respects to anyone that is paying that price, because it's wild. Yeah, they're niche, which is why it's a bigger deal, because that's more expensive. Like, they may not see the profit return. Well, no, they will, because it's still there, but man, is it way less. I saved a lot of side content in this game for New Game Plus. However, I already have put 60 hours into this game. So I don't know when my New Game Plus is going to happen. One day. Vito, Sea of Tactics War, PSP is there. Should be, right? This is a great game. So yeah, this was, to my recollection and what I remember, these are 30 FPS in towns. So this being 60 at all right now is crazy. That's good. So whole game is now 60 FPS. Awesome. I recommend playing Vesperia. Vesperia does, let's look at the demo here, demo smaller size. Vesperia has a quirk with its combat with animation canceling. To make the combat fun, you kind of have to learn that. It is intended, but it does not look intended. Next remaster this summer. I saw somebody on the subreddit for Tales. It was brought up ages ago that there was a listing for... Oh, which Tales game was it? There was a listing for one last year. It was it was 10 months ago. This game was 30 FPS. I'm pretty sure it had drops. The loading times I remember sticking out. I'm pretty sure I showed that off in the video as load times. Load times are not a big deal anymore. The game is still a little lower res. Which I would see affecting the sprites. They're scaled a little off. But yeah, this game was 30, but now it's a lock 30. Zillia? I'm pretty sure it was Zillia, yeah. Which, I'll take whatever we can get. I'm just looking forward to more Tales, yeah. Just get more into the series. How many games before I am into the series? Now that I think about it. Symphonia, Vesperia, and Arise. Granted, there's just a fucking lot of them. So I hope this game gets updated to 60 FPS, or at least scales the resolution to 1080. Because this is a great game. I really enjoyed this one. Yes, yeah, it hardly counts as a Tales game. I was really loving Arise until, like, the final third of it. Unfortunately, I talked about it before, like, the final third of Arise is on a lower tier than the rest of it for me. Baten Kaitos. Yeah, and the thing is, it's gonna push companies to not do physical anymore because people aren't buying physical because they're not actually buying anything. It's frustrating. Now, Baten Kaitos 1 is on... Both these games are on PC. They released on PC quite a bit later, but they're on PC right now. So if you've never seen that game, yeah, Monolith Jump Scare. Load game. Where am I gonna go to? Go from here. Never mind. Don't look. If you mind spoilers. Ignore the party composition. Not that it literally not like that taught you anything, but it would be physical. I mean, it's got to be understandable that that shit's expensive. If Square Enix and all of them are not willing to do it, like that, it's crazy that Marvelous is. Damn, how many saves did I have? I was spacing them all out for the sake of the video, so I have them from all fucking over. I don't remember where I wanted to show off from. This save works, I guess. Oh right, yeah. Doing that physical for Switch for Trails in the Sky, the first chapter. That's what they're doing. That is gung ho. Not down here. Go to town. Hi, Tom. I forget who else has been showing up in the top left, but hi, Tom. Did this town lag? Maybe it did, because actually it feels kind of weird to see this so smooth. It almost feels like something's not right. Maybe this wasn't smooth 60. I don't remember. It feels like it's sticking out that it is. Let me get into a battle though. That's the more important thing to show off with Baten Kaitos 1. And actually, I guess with both of them. Yeah, the ancient library works. Whole game lag is 60 now. Yeah. Here's the thing. Once we get into a battle. There are animations in this game that were animated at 30 FPS. Oh shit, I forgot. I put my controller down. So you're gonna start seeing those animations that no longer... Now that there's a larger discrepancy between the intended animation resolution frame rate and what the game frame rate is now. So it sticks out more for things that are not 60 FPS, like animated at 60. To my understanding, it is like that on PC too. It was hard to find footage though. A lot of footage of this game's PC version, also including the camera, like the camera animations are also 30 FPS at times. Effect animations can be 30. To my understanding, it's still like that on the Steam version. It's hard to find because every time someone has a video of it, they have the speed up function on. So I can't properly like get an idea of how this game is on PC. But yeah, it's perfectly smooth now. This is great. But the slowdown, I'm pretty sure, might still be on Steam. This is only a one thing, by the way. What I'm talking about with the slowdown and everything, that's only for Baten Kaitos 1. Yeah, I guess it was. It feels... It's been a while since I played Baten Kaitos. You know, it was like, what, 2 years almost? 2 years at most. It does feel kind of weird to see this game at 60. No. Yes. I am going to, well, we only have like a few games left, so wrap this up soon. How long have I been live? 2 hours? Whatever. Like 30, 40 on Switch once. It's a massive improvement, right? It had, like, with the way I'm remembering it, Baten Kaitos 2 This shit's just 60 across the board. As far as I can tell, there were no issues with it. Which also means it doesn't have the fucking input latency issues I remember having. Where, yeah, it would drop inputs because the game was not able to keep a steady frame rate. It was lagging, dropping frames, and subsequently dropping inputs. Do I have anything at the arena? I don't remember where the arena is. World map works. Where would be a Coliseum? Actually, did the Coliseum? Oh, fuck off, dude. Oh, I mean on Switch too. This game has no problems anymore, to my understanding. We're gonna see just a moment and actually experience it. I just don't remember how far in any of my saves are. It has the times I save, but it doesn't have the time. Well, yeah, you just sit at the same location, I guess. So again, back in town. Okay, I guess it was my first time in here. Yeah, that doesn't feel right, huh? Also, I much prefer Baten Kaitos 2 over 1. I'm a really big fan of how the combat works in 2 over 1. In general, a lot of things about 2 I prefer. They're both good games. 2's great, though. 2 would just... on a list of top GameCube games, I would definitely put it up there, I think. Yeah, this is smooth now. This is great. The thing is, for my videos, for all I do in all my videos, I rotate saves in every game. Depending on the situation, I will also archive my saves for every game I play. Dragon Quest III is a good example. I have several folders of all of my saves throughout the whole game. So I have references to them. There's no fighting anymore here, is there? Oh, cool. Yeah, well, not at this point. And I get into a fight. Here. God damn, that's nice. Okay, there we go. Fuck. Oh my god, so many items. What the hell was I preparing for? Yeah, there we go. There's something. Damn it. That's nice. Man, this is a fantastic way to play 2 now. God damn. Here we go. Let me get a character and test the, I mean, the input latency was inconsistent. And I'm not familiar enough with the game again to not have issues. I don't know there. That's frustrating. It might just be baked in. Well, there I can tell. Oh, shit. English dub. I think there's a mod for the PC version for it. And if there is a mod for the Switch version, well, you can't use it anymore. There. There just might be a time between where you just can't pick things. Oops. I'd have to really play to it more, see if it bothers me. But, I mean, if it does bother me now, it's probably just in all these HD... It'd probably be on the Steam version, too. Here. This will be a last battle. What a great game, though. Fuck. Rita may have reverse sneezes. I'm feeling like you can't move an input until the card gets all the way to the left. I have to reevaluate that because I don't know if that was like that in the original. Because again, I don't remember having those input latency issues at all in the GameCube version. That is something I would need to take more time with. And last thing was Rise. It's already gone on a lot longer. So let's get to this one quick. Do I have Sunbreak? The game came out on PC when Sunbreak came out, right? I don't remember. I think Switch 2 can withstand upcoming handhelds from Sony and Microsoft. Well, Sony's handheld is just a screen for streaming too. The ROG Ally is already out, and I'm pretty sure it passes that. I love Monster Hunter Rise. Yeah, I put 137 hours into this game before it was on PC. And then I put another, like, 200 hours into it on PC. This is one of my favorite Monster Hunter games. I do prefer this over World. But alas. Yeah, consistent 30. Even now, the resolution still doesn't really bother me. This is tolerable. Ooh, grab a hunt. This game never really had many problems with loading either, as far as I remembered.
Here's the quest then.
I'll do a low rank hunt so it's fast as fuck. Yeah, Shrine Ruins.
Good luck out there.
Snack time. Stories 2. I remember Stories 2, right? Had issues. Before. Not anymore. ROG Ally, guess a real Xbox handheld will come later. Oh, okay. Have you played Wild? Yeah. Did all the content, and then I started playing, like, Generations. I played, like, a good bit into Generations just because, I was done. I did everything in Wild at the time. And I'll be back to it when Legiacris is out. Yeah, I was always fine with the resolution of this game. I don't know what it is. about the way they did the anti-aliasing in Blur. It's fine to me. This game has always looked fine to me on Switch. Yeah, that shit's a lot faster. Yeah. That loading is a lot faster. That's right. How do I drift? There we go. And you just do it in a straight line, so it's always worth doing. Yeah, this frame pacing's fine. I do remember on other maps having more problems than this first map. Actually, it might have been in the flood. It was the flooded forest in the cave. If I'm remembering right. I used up my flies immediately. Don't have recovery. Yeah, Try was my first Monster Hunter, so I'm a huge fan of Lagiacrus. Made such a great impression on me. I keep using my lightning voice right away. Wasn't as popular. Wiles was wildly success. That keeps happening. Wiles was incredibly successful. Everyone was on that shit. A lot of my friends who didn't get into World or get into Rise now finally gotten in. This should work. Oh wait, hold on. Nope. No. I got plans. All right. I don't know Wiles anymore. It's because there's nothing else to talk about. You know, that's all. There's just nothing more to say until expansions come out. Not enough to keep doing in the meantime. Okami skin. Yeah, it is. It's Ami. It's an Ami thing. Oops. Yeah, I played a lot of Try on Wii U as well. Yeah, Trials of Mana seems to be 60 now. Yeah. Hogwarts? No interest. So I don't have it. There we go. This is taking longer than I thought for a low rank. I think I'm washed. What's the button I'm looking for? Yeah, there we go. Low rank gear? No, definitely not. Granted, it's not sunbreak. Break. Come on, boy. Oh, I should have flashed him. Right. You know what's tempting? I consider focus mode. I keep trying to, like, I'm ready to do focus mode. Well, I guess it actually doesn't hurt here, right? Literally means nothing. Wait. No, never mind, I forgot. Yeah, it's for aiming the wire bug. Sorry, I'm yapping instead of a flash in air. There we go. Oh yeah, we have to wait for this now. 3H, it's still 30 FPS, it's just more stable. I felt less input delay and loads faster. Yeah, with Dragon Quest III HD 2D. Wilds could run on Switch too? Yes. Yeah, I can see that. Let me just run over to like the cave in the flooded forest. Because that was like one of the only areas of this game I remember dropping frames on Switch. God damn, what a great game, man. Likely to patch their games. Gonna be hard, I have to see. Oh wait, the expeditions are from the other twin.
It's a good day for a hunt.
There we go.
Which quest would you like?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Good luck.
I'm not sure which publishers. I'm gonna pay attention to Square Enix more than likely, though. Granted, there's with the Final Fantasy games, there's nowhere really to go. Besides new ones like 15. I doubt 16. 13 would be nice to just bring fucking anywhere. If they do anything with 13, I expect it to be on Switch too. Well, we already know Sega did something, right? We were saying they did something with Sonic Generations. Atlas, yeah, we'll be revisiting if Atlas does anything. Not here? It's over here? Yeah, it's this part of the cave. Yeah, this would have stutters. It would drop a little bit from 30. No problems now. It's about like the only problem area I could really think of. And now it's fine. It was a lot easier to see in larger fights, but I do remember it also being when idle. Yep, good. Cool to see. Alright. 12, right. 12 might get 60. Yeah, I think easily. If they do decide to update anything, 12 could easily be 60 FPS, yeah. 12 is also great. They need to fix the fucking stutter still in the Pixel remasters, like in all versions, so I'm frustrated. I already finished all my playthroughs with the remasters. That fucking stuttering, man, is the last thing that bothers me about them. So, let's see, we've gone through all of these. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I think we're wrapped up on this now. I'm pretty exhausted from this week of coverage of games. Alongside, like, we're restreaming the E3 stuff, and just a lot going on over the last week. and trying to keep on top of everything. But I think we did good in covering all of this. Multiple games across both streams. Oh shit, I'm sorry. We were going to look at GameCube. Game keys to Switch 1. I do not know how I would demonstrate that. I was going to look at GameCube. Sorry, we're not done yet. I got like another 20 minutes of this. But I am going to take a break because Rita needs dinner. So when I come back from the break, we're going to go over all 3 of these games. We're going to take a look at all of them for like 5 minutes each. So we're going to have a little bit of time with more GameCube games. With comparing to real hardware. I have the real hardware set up through HDMI digital output. So we're going to be comparing to that between the versions. To the best like image quality you're going to get out of the console. The original console. Close to it. Alright, so I'm going to take a quick break to get Rita dinner. Yeah, she heard that. She's excited about that. Let me get some music here. And then we will Wind Waker for NSO upgraded. It higher resolution. Yeah, they're all higher resolution. They're all like higher render resolutions. Yeah. But they all have input delay. They all have a little bit of added input delay. But yeah, we'll discuss and go over everything in a minute. There's a little bit to talk about that I also want to talk about with it. So yeah, we'll be back in a few minutes. Why did that go off? Anyway, hi chat, I'm back. That Discord sound was me, it wasn't you. Alright, let me pour what's left of my drink here and then get back to it. Quick note though on Rita, because I remembered it. She's been started laser therapy, and for the last like 2 or 3 weeks she's been in the best shape she's been in since last October. However, it is a constant expense, and I'm gonna be doing a sponsored stream, I think later this month. I'm gonna be doing a very deliberate, obvious sponsored stream. I took it so I can afford to keep Rita's laser therapy going. And just general support for that. That's where a lot of it's gonna end up going. And her other expenses. Everything I can do to make sure she doesn't live like chronic pain or anything, so she's able to enjoy herself. She insists on having so much energy. Anyway. What we're gonna do is look at the GameCube versions of each one first, and then swap over. So I'm gonna look at it first before I swap to it. And I'm gonna do that because not because I don't care seeing the GameCube backups. It's because the resolution is gonna be constantly switching, and every time it does that, it's gonna be lagging and also cutting out. So I'm gonna make sure the GameCube version's good to go from the start. Fantasian. I have never been paid by Square Enix. I've never done anything paid with Square. They just give me free copies. Sega with Metaphor has been the only time I've ever been paid. Anything else has been paid product. Just been product. Metaphor is the only thing I've ever been paid for. I'm trying to figure out which input is the GameCube. They don't bring any other FromSoft game to Switch to. They should, yeah, they should go back to Dark Souls 1 for that. Yeah, I would see 2 and 3 could show up as well. Patch 1 and then bring 2 and 3. I am having trouble finding which input is the GameCube. I thought it was 3, but 3 is the Switch. Where could I have possibly plugged it into? It was 11. So this is original. Oh right, resolution. This is the original GameCube. This is from Real Hardware. Now I'm gonna pull it up in a sec here. There. It is this small right now because it is being output through the Carby. The Carby is the upscaler I'm using. The Carby is fantastic. It is a HDMI adapter that, not HDMI adapter, well yeah, HDMI adapter that plugs into the digital out port on the GameCube. The launch GameCubes came with a digital output. The component cables are expensive as fuck. So there's no real, like, valuable way of taking advantage of that port. So the solution I went with is the Carby. And this shit's great. So this is real hardware. This is the signal you're getting. Now the thing I wanted to see with Wind Waker is, and what I want to give props to Nintendo for their emulation for. We'll see in a sec here. Visually, they did some changes with Wind Waker that are for the best. That is not just resolution render higher. I will be able to point them out once I get going here. We don't have to go anywhere else besides this island to see it. Also, this game has an inverted camera. So, number one thing we'll notice from Real Hardware is the depth of field. Shit gets pretty blurry pretty fast, like through depth of field blur. Not just like low resolution blur. There's depth of field to the game. The game has depth of field to it. So things are out of focus until you get close to them. It gets easier to see there with how sharp Link is compared to everything else. And then number one, that's number one. Number two, let me see if I can zoom in here for you. Number two, about the original GameCube, how this game originally looked on the GameCube, is it had dithering. So I'm gonna zoom in here. And let me look at the blue. It's much harder to see. What is it? When you use the solutions, you can, disable it. I don't know if I have, it's easier to see on the map, actually. This game has dithering, and it's pretty relevant when you see it in water. However, the things you might not have known about that because, you need to have, like, component cable quality to ever see the dithering. Like, to see the checkerboard patterns. You were never gonna see it unless you're looking at it with a sharpish image quality, and then it's pretty obvious. That's the number one thing. There's even like in addition to it, there's, I don't know if it's gonna come through on YouTube, but there's also like a sort of banding, vertical banding to the dithering pattern, if it's visible. And you have also never seen it in Dolphin, because Dolphin does not do dithering. It already has it disabled. Unless you go into a debug mode or a dev mode, you won't see dithering, even though it is used on Real Hardware. So, lower resolution, this game has depth of field, and also it has a checkerboard pattern of dithering. On Switch, which I now have to go in, change the resolution settings. 1080p. Oh my god, it's worse than OBS. Let me see here. I think it's a little lighter. Let me just double check here. Yeah, that's correct. So this version of the game on provided on Switch, it's a higher native resolution. that blur is totally gone. They removed the depth of field. Which I think is a good idea, because it was just disruptive. When you see the game at such good visual quality, the blur is nothing but annoying. They also opted to keep out the dithering. So there is no dither patterns that are easy to see. So for this, visually did a great job for honoring Wind Waker and its art style. This is a great approach and everything. The one thing I find frustrating is the GameCube games on Switch do have a little bit of input delay. I don't know how obvious I could make it. I don't know if the Elgato also has enough delay there to show that. I don't know if that's a good test at all. But going back and forth between the two, it's not huge. It's not as disruptive in Wind Waker. Fuck, this inverted camera, damn it. That's one thing. I would opt to not play this game because you can't adjust it in game. That's all that is. Wait, what? Oh, action set. Save. Oh, there you go, fixed. Perfect. Okay, so I would be able to handle playing the game because you can actually fix that. I have felt input delay on Wind Waker HD, and I've gotten through that fine, so it's not the hugest deal. The only time I had the input delay was fucking frustrating in this game, because this isn't a hard game in general. It's fucking Puppet Ganon. That stupid fight where he's the worm, and you gotta shoot the back of his tail. That is so frustrating with input delay. But that's really the only, like, time it was ever really disruptive in playing the game with input delay. Otherwise, the game's, like, not too demanding or too hard in the first place. Yeah, the snake form. Yeah, that shit is so frustrating on if you play it with a delay. I don't think the Wind Waker HD specifically had the delay, but the TV I was playing it on most certainly did. It was awful. So, otherwise, it's a great job with this. That one's pretty evaluated. Let me go back to set up Soulcalibur here. Because one thing I commented on last time was, the intro to the game looked upscaled in some form or manner. It was, like, outrageously clear. I don't think it's actually upscaled, but I'm gonna get a better comparison here. I just watched them separately, and it looked pretty damn close. Also, we'll also take a look at widescreen. I'll take a look at the game's original widescreen look. Also, all three of the games they chose first have progressive scan options. Boot them all up, they ask for progressive scan, which is the other thing. So the GameCube ends up like, I'm going from the HD console to the GameCube at 480i to the GameCube back to 480p. And then it swaps to the backup launcher and Swiss, and then that changes it again, and then back into the game. Okay. Throw up the cropping. Alright, lowered resolution again. So just simple enough of taking a look at how the game looks on original hardware and then swap over. I think it was, let me see here. And then I would go to, oh, disable that. Get the tech demo? No, I'm not spending $10 on that. Stretch. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, no problem, Cross. I appreciate the support. And that I can keep doing this. And we'll continue to help in the future. So this is original hardware. And how you can get it to look. We won't watch the full intro. We'll get to like where Link is, I think.
Transcending history and the world. A tale of souls and swords, eternally retold.
For fucking GameCube, outputting at 480p, yeah, that's pretty damn nice. I'm not really seeing compression artifacts. Okay, Link was pretty much too early. I do see some, though. I see some, like, caveats, but a lot of things are super clear. Now this setup is a pain with having to stretch the image to widescreen, because the console has the same 4:3 output. It just squishes it so that it looks 16:9, and that's what we're doing here. And I have to recreate that in OBS every time I swap to it. That should be far enough in. Also, my save here is complete. My save on Switch is not. It will eventually, maybe. At the very least, I'll unlock Sophidia. Link also has more costumes that you unlock later. Yoshimitsu.
Versus Yoshimitsu.
So yeah, original hardware. I don't know how I have my buttons set up, because my A button is not kick. Vertical, horizontal, that's fine. What was I looking for? There's that. Let me look at my TV, get an idea of input delay. Let me get comfortable with it. Because there might have been more in the original than I thought, at least when it comes to moving. I can already tell you though the way the clarity of the game on Switch 2 is great. Just having it rendered at a higher resolution. That's pretty nice. Damn, I forget what else I was looking for. Bombs. I don't know, my buttons on original were weird. I don't know why I did that. Udian Chronicles. I believe I was given a key, but no, I have not had time to prepare. Okay. Now we will swap over to Switch 2. still gotta turn the camera off and the Elgato off and reset it. So now we'll really take a look at this intro and see what's see if it is now that we see it more clearly if this is upscaled or not. I enjoy Weapon Master. Frustrating as fuck. Like, that shit is just frustrating, but I did enjoy it a lot. So let's see here. This one should be pretty easy to tell, especially with the Namco logo. Yeah, that's about the same. Okay.
Transcending history and the world.
May really be the same.
A tale of souls and swords, eternally retold.
That's the same. It actually looked that good on GameCube. That's crazy. Oh yeah, yep, that's exactly the same. You know what's crazy? I also looked later. This right now, the GameCube NSO app is 5 gigabytes total. And the thing about it is that it includes, no matter what, it includes both the NA and PAL versions releases. It has all of, like, 3 games. It has like 6 ISOs there right away. Oh yeah, you gotta fucking unlock Yoshimitsu.
Versus Mitsurugi. Battle. Fight.
Yeah, visually, I'm a big fan of the internal resolution upscaling. Oh, okay, there is a little more. Yeah, there's a little more input delay. Yep. It's not huge, but there is a little, and for a fighting game, that's pretty important. Yeah. Absolutely. It ends up changing whether some intended things to be reactable to interfere and make them unreactable, especially because the online for the GameCube on Switch isn't that great either. So some GameCube games were only 300 megabytes, right? For most GameCube games, the only like reason they would be large is because of the pre-rendered videos on them. Like for a lot of GameCube games, like Mario Sunshine is a very good example. It's like 99% of the file size of Sunshine is just the pre-rendered videos. I think that's the case for, it's gonna be the case for some of these Switch ones too. It's possible they compress them further, just for that sake. That kind of compression does exist. Applying it straight to the ISOs, I don't know. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're rolling. Well, that works.
Battle. Fight.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, that button. There was something in some launcher I had where it was doing 3 of those in right. I just fucking love this shit. That button's so funny in every game it's in. Link has so many Link. The funniest thing about Link in this game is his grabs. He might. There's no. He might have a grab that's for women only. No. Okay. I was gonna say, because normally you just get it from grabbing from behind. But you also get a few from behind. No, he spanks everyone. So funny. Oops. These grabs are like some of the coolest things that you see. Yeah. Cool what they did with them. Alright, take less space to recreate the FFVs and engine now. It can, yeah. There's, what is it? In Metaphor, if anyone remembers playing Metaphor. Yeah, hi, Rita. Metaphor has a, ridiculous, like, file size. The reason Metaphor has such a large file size is because of the other languages. Like, all of the different versions for languages are every language version is a separate thing in the files. So the game is like multiple times its file size because it has all the other language versions separate in there. So even if you're just playing in English, you still gotta like do that download for all of them. Let's set up F-Zero. Not gonna take too long with F-Zero. What's up, Rita? Just not enough attention today? There, let's see. Text shouldn't take up that much space. It doesn't. It's because it includes everything with it, also voice acting. Like, the whole game is separate packs for language. Wind Waker on NSO? Yeah, the games on NSO GameCube right now are Wind Waker, F-Zero, and Soulcalibur II. Star Fox Assault was on that one list they showed ages ago, right? I can't wait for Star Fox Assault to come out. I love Star Fox Assault. Japanese audio? Oh, it is the text languages then. It might have been. I have to remember the file sizes. Let me see here. Let me do a quick check here. While I get this loaded on the side here. Metaphor needs 93 gigabytes. Yes, it's doubled because of that. Yeah, that's what it is. The file size is double because of English and Japanese. Yep. It's not more than that, I'm pretty sure. It is just straight copied, so. Fallout on PC include the whole game multiple times, once for each Fallout on PC? I do not know offhand. Let's see. F-Zero also supported widescreen. So I gotta go ahead and get that set up. I need to turn on progressive scan. Okay. I hope this is gonna be loud. It is turned down to like -4. Eh, not that bad. I appreciate that, Gail. I will continue to work on them. Look forward to more content. Okay. Appreciate that, Kari. I will, I'm doing my best and keeping at it. Support means a lot from everyone. Adventure? Oh, I don't think there's a lot of demand for Star Fox Adventure, unfortunately. I'll let this go since this is still in-game. Hell, this would be a better example than me playing dog shit at this game. I learned how to properly play F-Zero for, like, the Battle Royale, and I have since forgotten, because that was, like, one afternoon I spent doing that. Now I got no clue anymore. Also, all the stuff is unlocked here, so... Not that that's going to be relevant. I don't think there's anything else to look at besides just seeing... The important thing with this one is just how nice it looks at a higher internal resolution. That's really it. That's all we're really looking for in this one. I don't think it had any frame rate issues originally. I definitely want to look at this because of how crunchy all the cars look. Because it's all their 3D models. So I definitely want to see how this one looks. That's going to be nice to see. Oh, you know what's going to be a great is Assault with Assault has a multiplayer mode. And I never got to play Assault's multiplayer with anyone. Same with Prime 2. I hope Prime 2 comes to NSO just so that even if it you know, sucks and has delay. I'm gonna look at OBS here since I'm just going. Never I can't even stand looking at OBS with the input delay. Yeah, all we're really looking for in this one is resolution, because the game's already, and I guess how nice it looks at widescreen on original hardware. This game never had other issues anyway. Nothing else to note. I guess I'll probably notice if there's input delay, though. This game is great. I'm glad it's more accessible. I'm garbage at it. When we had it when I was young, it was my brother that mostly played it. And I was just watching. But this is oh, the rubber banding in this game is so frustrating. This game has very frustrating rubber banding. So good luck there. It's hard as fuck. You even watch it in speedruns where, like, as soon as you do something that puts you really fucking far ahead, the AI is still catching up to you at lightning fucking speed. It's insane. Assault multiplayer is super underrated. Yeah, I just never got to play it with anyone. Now I get to. Or at least I'm gonna force someone to. I would like to. Do Prime 2 and 3 remasters? They are. It would be cool if they brought that back, but I don't... Because, did Prime 2 keep, its multiplayer on Wii in that collection? I don't remember. In the meantime, let me swamp over here now to Switch. This will be our last game. Turn off the cropping. Reset the transform. Why did that happen? There we go. Okay. Prime 1 get an upgrade patch. There's nothing to upgrade. The game already looks beautiful, incredible, and it's already 60 FPS. There's nothing to upgrade in Prime 1. Maybe 120. 120 and mouse control. Prime doesn't really need that, though. I did a whole video about it, so about that mod. Prime really isn't a game where it aim is super demanding. It's more quality of life. Having mouse control in a Metroid Prime game is about quality of life. Yeah, 4K, 120. Yeah, might as well. But yeah, if anyone wanted to play Prime 1, the game already looks so good now. I would say if you were up for Prime 1, you should go right in. It would. Though, the thing is, the anti-aliasing for Prime 1 is also really good. The remaster has very good anti-aliasing. So it's already, like, great. I would take 120, though. Yeah, I'd take 120 FPS if they did it. Turn this up a little more. Wait, yeah, I didn't put it in widescreen yet. There we go. Great that it handles that pretty flawlessly. Well, that's still better. All the cars are locked, but that's a lot better than this is about what I was expecting. How nice the cars to look on this screen, with all their models there. Yep. What about Falcon here? Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Yeah. 4K 120 for like a 3D game is not possible on any console. Correct. And if it is, that game is not rendering natively at 4K. There are so few games that render, AAA games especially, and AA games, there's so few of those that actually render at 4K. Not many, they're not, why is the camera zoomed in? Is the camera zoomed in? No, never mind, we just had to boost. Not a lot of games on any platform actually render at 4K. Mario Kart World is 1440p. And that's kind of as high as you need to go to, like, sell it. I feel like there's diminishing returns past that, especially if you have the right anti-aliasing. With anti-aliasing, it's a different story, so never mind, there's more nuance to it. Yeah. And that's why we have so many upscale, like, techniques being used and forced in. Because rendering any game 4K native 60, at least, especially 120, on console, that's not a lot of that's happening at all. It's all downscaling. Rendering at a lower resolution, then upscaling it with AI. Prime, though, retro is a different story. That shit can look great. That's just gonna look really good. Yeah, the render resolution here helps a lot. I like how clean the image is. I don't play this game enough to notice the input delay. Even when I was going between there. And I'm just simply running on the track, so that's hardly literally anything to judge by. So that's about the best I could analyze there. I would not be the ideal person to review this one particularly. But the upscaling the internal resolution looks fantastic. Alright. The output resolution. It's either 1080 or 720. It could be 720 with what is it? No bilinear filtering or whatever, no filtering at all, or point filter. It might just be 1080 though. Going off of Dolphin, there's no reason it wouldn't be able to handle 1080. Alright then, I believe we're actually done now. Bring a point for no reason. Definitely think of taking a look at everything we wanted to. It's been a busy as fuck week, so I'm going to take it easy for a little bit. And by that I mean just not streaming, simply. But I will be, I'm gonna be live on YouTube, Twitch on Wednesday to continue a Final Fantasy IX playthrough I'm doing on Go to Bedcast on Twitch. But that's what I'm doing there. And that's really, at the moment, the only real plan I was talking about reading her laser therapy. Her laser therapy also requires me to drive to Harrisburg, and that's an hour away. So for all her appointments weekly, I've been driving down there. But it's the best option for her, and it's having shocking results. So the drive's worth it. So I gotta do that tomorrow. I gotta be up. The appointments are usually later in the day, so yeah, that appointment's at 4. So I'm no worries. 4 p.m. All right, yeah. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I will be back. I got a few video ideas. We'll see what I can get out, but for right now, my scope is on Tales of Graces. I'll probably set that up right after this stream. Set up the Wii version and get it going. But yeah, all right. Yep, and tactics video for sure. Yep, that'll happen. Not when the remaster comes out because I can't work that fast, but we will stream it. We'll absolutely stream it. That's near me. Yeah, it's not near me. Hence it's hour drive I have to do, over an hour drive. But yeah, tactics video will at some point after releases come out. Anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in, and I'll see you all later. Till then, thank you for the continued support, everyone.